Okay, I'm going to be grading a paper for Derek today in 6th period. And the reason I'm showing you this screen right now is because one of the biggest failings that I've seen all day today as I've graded these papers is that people do not understand the conclusions. And they're writing their data into the conclusions, or they're doing conclusions in the data section. Okay, it's interesting. Our observation section, I mean. So, what I'm hoping today is that I can help you get through that. All conclusions must be based on data. Data is not a conclusion, and observations are not conclusions. And this stuff written in with ink is the stuff that some people have not realized that graduated cylinders needed 2 pieces of data. You needed to have their mass and also their volume. And the mass was to 3 decimals. Every mass that you have that has less than 3 decimals is a point off your lab. And the mils should have 2 decimals, because that's the capability of those 2 instruments. Okay? So this guy's a 3 decimal dude, and this guy's a 2 decimal dude. All right? And the way you get the mass of your phenol red is to subtract the mass of the cylinder from the weighed mass of the cylinder and the phenol red. So let's click right over here to the Elmo, and let's take a look at Derek's lab and see how he did. Again, I've noticed that throughout the day, people have wound up getting, my better students have been getting 30 to 35 points. My highest score was 41. Okay, that was one of the best things I've ever seen for a first score. So you're getting the opportunity here to really improve your score. So I'm going to hop through this pretty quickly. We've got 2 points for the rubric being there. All right, so that's fine. And if you have printing for the second page of the rubric down in this area, you need to know about a very nice little feature in Word. And I'm going to go to a Word document now, and I'm going to show you some stuff that I've done in here. Let's see, let's get this, Control copy, and now I'm going to Control everything and delete and put this back in. There we go. Okay. So I've just got some nonsense typing here because I'm trying to make a point about how to get to a new page. How many of you are doing this to get to a new page? Come on, raise your hands. How many of you are doing this? Yeah. Would you like to do something a little easier? Okay, watch this. And here we go. Oop, Z, redo. There we go. All right, so if I wanted to make a page break right here, because the rest of my document is going to bleed over into a new page and I don't want it to, I want everything on the next page starting with this stuff that I just highlighted. So I put my cursor up here, or actually the best place would be to put it right there. Okay, to the left of the first line that I want on the new page. Watch this, and write this into your journals, folks. Hold down the Control key, so type in, or write down CTL for control, and then the word, or the sign for a plus, and enter. And here it goes, watch. Are y'all watching? Enter. Did you see that happen? Okay, I'm going to do it again. I was right here. I'm going to undo. Control Z. Okay. All right, so I'm holding down the Control key, and then I'm also going to tap the Enter key 1 time. Okay, so those last 2 sentences now are down here, or last 3 lines. And up here, look. Now watch what happens when I click in here. I'm going to hit the down arrow key. Watch what happens. Okay, I go to that next line, and guess where I'm going to go next? Ooh, I thought it would go down all the way. Okay, so it didn't. That's okay. Now I'm going down to the next page. What about all this space between? Could I do anything there? Uh-huh. Yeah, watch. See, I can keep typing here as long as I want until I get to my next page. Woo! Wow, everything you want. And, you know, you just keep going. And now, watch. Down arrow. Second down arrow. I'm at the new page. And all the rest of that. And let's look at this in a different view. Let's look at this in one page at a time view. One page. Okay. Now can you see it? Here we go. Here's the guy that I was just working on. I'm up arrowing and down a second time. See where I went? And all that space in there is usable. What's the point of it? You don't want the next thing, which might be your data table. You don't want the data table to go through 2 pages. You don't want half of it up here and the other half down here. That's the way you can take care of that problem. Okay, let's get back and finish grading this thing. So I'm looking at the rubric. Rubric is fine. I'm going to give him 2 points. I don't see page numbers. I should see page numbers down here, and there is none. So I guess we better learn how to do a page number, huh? Let's go back to that Word document, and we'll see how to do page number. See the insert here? Is everybody looking? See this insert? See where I am up there? Okay, I'm going to hit that, and guess what I can insert? I can insert a page number. It's right over here where it says header, footer, page number. So I'm going to click that. Come on, page number. Let's go. There we go. You have to hit this little upside down triangle. And then I like them on the bottom of the page in the center. So I'm going to go over here and click that box, and now I've got page numbers. See where my page 1 is? And you see it says footer here? All you have to do is click anywhere inside the document that's not header or footer. Come on, there we go. And then they go away, and now look, we have page numbers. See them? Here's my page number down here, page 2. Page number 1's up here. Nice? Okay. Another neat little trick that you can use to get better or quicker results and more professional looking things with your documents. Okay? Just look, make you look like an A student. Okay? And now I'm looking at the second part of the detailed rubric. And you see how we got an orphan here? That orphan will go away if you'll reduce your font size. Okay? So what is this, 14? Okay, it's probably 14. And just make it, or another thing you can do is make your margins taller. Take and reduce your top margin to a 1/2 inch instead of 1 inch. Do you know how to do that? Okay, and then reduce your bottom margin to also a 1/2 inch. And you won't get a third page for this part, okay? So, next, he's got his procedure. Now, and that's what I should see. So, these guys were here. He gets his ones there. And his procedure looks like we've got a total of 30 procedures. I'm going to just quickly read a couple. I'll tell you if I see anything that I really like or that I really don't like. After you subtract the mass, okay, you're actually showing it here. I like that. You do the same thing to the second filter paper and pour in the calcium chloride, and the mass was good. Okay, good. This is, you're explaining these things very nicely. Oh, I like this last one. Clean up. Clean up. Do it right. Let's see. Let the chemical reaction happen and do not open the bag. Oh, man. Underline that. Do not open the bag. Yeah. Do not open the bag. Yeah. Because that'll ruin the results, right? Does the air inside the bag have mass? You bet it does. It's got CO2 mass. That's heavy mass. Heavier than most air. That's why these CO2 fire extinguishers work so well. They can work even on an oil fire. You know what happens if you put oil on water on a fire that is gasoline or oil? You get an explosion. Yeah. Spread those flames all over the place. You put CO2 extinguisher over an oil fire, it smothers it. Yes. Baking soda is that. Yeah, baking soda, when it gets hot, will produce CO2. Just like when it goes into an acid, which is what happened in our lab. Okay, so I'm inclined to give you full credit on the procedure. So we got 10 points there. Looking good. Looking good. Okay, now, after the procedure, what am I supposed to see? Observations. So where are the observations? Procedure. Did I miss it? Oh my gosh, you left your observations out. 10 points, man. Don't do that. Okay, so this is your data table. And if you haven't read your document here, if you haven't read my document, I recommend you do it because I've seen this all day long. You see a procedure and then you see observations. The data table, all masses, 3 decimals. The volume of the phenol red, oops. That should have 3 decimals. That's a typo. Ooh. Owie, so I can't grade you down on that because it's in there. Just notice that. Do I have 3 decimals in the other place? Let's see. Observations over here. I don't see it over there. So that's my error. I can't knock you down for that since I have it in writing. Okay, so broke in the procedures. You lost that 1 point. Now let's see what your conclusions do for you or against you. I'm going to put in the what is this? This should be somewhere else. I probably got it out of order. I'm sorry. Yeah, I did, because that was in the right place. And see if you have your page numbers, that satisfies any problems like that. Okay? Now, conclusion. Color change from a reddish pink to a cream white. That is an observation. Okay, that's an observation. I hope you're watching carefully, folks. The law of conservation is of mass, that's okay, is true because the extra mass was taken off of the bag after the reaction. What does that mean? Occurred. Could have been from, oh, you're explaining this. Okay, this is an observation. It should be in your observation section. Okay? Okay, he is explaining. Why did that thing, did it get lighter? Yeah, okay. That could have been the rubber bands. Okay, if you used rubber bands on your pre-weight, that can do it. So that's a reasonable explanation. So this is a conclusion, but it's not based on anything, except that, okay, you're referring back to your data. The mass was taken off. Why don't you say instead of taken off, reduced? Because the taken off made me think that you were physically taking something off the bag. Okay? So, you're right on the right track. I couldn't say anything wrong about this, Drake. You're doing a great job. The side with the phenol red, which both sides have the phenol red. Oh, initially. You meant initially. So you want to say initially, which turns bases red and acids yellow. Okay. And the sodium, you're backwards. This is the guy that got caught. Now, again, these are observations. Observation. Okay, this is observation. That's an observation. The side with the calcium chloride stayed cold. This is a piece of, what is it, Derek? Huh? Observation, good. Good, you're learning. Hot one was exothermic reaction because it gave off heat, and the cold one, now, when you say hot one and cold one, the hot one, the calcium chloride side, the cold one, the sodium bicarbonate, okay? Because it took in all of the heat from the other reaction. Yeah, it really did. And that, see, the heat helped drive the reaction, which is what endothermic is. Heat becomes a reactant in a sense, which we'll learn a lot about in our second semester when we do equilibrium reactions. So you got a little work to do here, okay? I would overall say the conclusion was not too bad. And if you had just remembered your observations, you know, you'd be in really good shape here. Really good shape. See? Yeah, there's no observations. Okay. So what do we have? 5, 15, 20. Oh, you got that procedure. That's 30. Okay? Just about where most students are landing, even my good students. So hopefully this will help you as you listen to it at home, and it will help you to be one of the students that does a really great job. And that's it, my friends. Bye-bye.